Project Stag, second episode. In this episode we'll be doing some paint stripping. We might be able to get some paint stripping done. We'll show you some paint stripping. After that I'm going to try and fit in some paint stripping, and if everything goes really well, we'll do some paint stripping. Okay, maybe a bit of paint stripping since you're really asking nicely. Hopefully this is the last episode in where we just fundamentally focusing on paint stripping on this one. Okay, so what have we done? Body wise we are clean, apart from the inner door frames that we still need to do, and then the bonnet and boot on the inside will need to be done, but we'll do that off camera. I'm pretty sure you're tired of seeing us sand, so we're not going to do that on camera. Next week's episode will be more technical. We'll be doing a lot of panel work, especially on this one, but TR3A, Project TR3A, if you are following both, Project TR3A is going to have a huge amount of technical work in it. Righty, so let's have a look. We basically cleaned up. You'll see Liam was on that side of the car, I was on this side of the car, and we basically cleaned up all the paint. So sit back. I know it's boring as hell, but grab a coffee, sit back and enjoy watching us take paint off a car. Okay, so just finished up on this front part of a rear wing. If you watched some of my older videos, you would have heard me going on tangents and rants about body filler. To be honest, I don't hate body filler. I do use it myself. What I do use is how people, or what I do hate is how people have started using body filler. There's a fairly small dent in that area over there. Now to get to that area is fairly simple. It can be done, I don't know if the camera is going to go in there, but it can be done through here. So it's not impossible to get to that dent. It's not behind double panels or anything. It is a very easy fix, to be honest. However, whoever worked on the car filled it or filled basically from here all the way up to the front door with body filler to remove that little dent, and that's where my absolute hatred for body filler comes in. Body filler is an excellent product. Once you fix the dent best possible, you finish it off with a little bit of body filler. And when I say a little bit of body filler, you should use less than a teaspoon worth of body filler to fix that. That is perfect, that's fine, that's how it's supposed to be done. But it's become easier for people to fill up the entire panel with body filler, cake it on, basically like you would ice a cake, and then sand it back, and then leave you with a kilogram worth of body filler or body filler to fix a 2-gram job. And that's where my hatred for body filler comes in. So please, if you are a person that does this type of thing, at least try to fix the dent before filling the car up with body filler. It's heavy, it's a waste, it's a money waste, and down the line it is going to crack, it is going to come off, and you are going to sit with a mismatched paint job because you're going to have to respray where you've done that fix, and you will not get a paint match that's 100% perfect. In the right light or in the right circumstances, you will see a color mismatch. All because you don't want to fix that dent. It's as simple as that. Just fix the dent, finish it off with a little bit of filler. Okay, so for the engine bay, I used paint stripper purely because of all the folds and corners and cracks and bends and all that's in the engine bay. It's quite difficult to get in there with wire brushes and get everything stripped off. The acid does flow into the crack, so you've got to be very diligent with cleaning it out. Working with the acid, it's terrible. That stuff is potent. Your sinuses takes a beating. You've got to lock up your pets. You can't have pets out. Foreman Sparky figures everything that drops on the floors is lunch, so you can't. He's going to take a bite of that stuff and it's going to burn the crap out of him. So we've got to move him and keep him locked up along with the other dogs. You've got to be careful. I don't know if the cameras are going to show it, but yeah, there somewhere is burn marks. If the camera will show. There's burn marks. There's burn marks. And that's through rubber gloves, elbow height rubber gloves. The stuff falls into the glove and it burns. It's hectic stuff to work with. So there's not a lot of footage of me applying the paint stripper, and there's also not a lot of footage of me cleaning it off. Basically what happens after you've left it for a couple of minutes, you get a nice bubble on the paint. Take a scraper, check if it goes through to metal. If you've got it going through all the way to metal, check a number of spots, not just one place, because paint thicknesses differ. So check it on a couple of places. After that, strong soap water mix and scrub the engine bay clean. It's messy. It's hellishly difficult to work with. It leaves marks. Wherever it touches the car, you're going to get rust. You might have seen from the little bit that I've shown you, this car's got a lot of rust streaks because of what we did. It's the soap water that falls on the body. So it does oxidize there where the moisture is. It's not going to rust through. It's not going to be a problem. All we do before we start layering paint, we clean it up and get it back to metal with hand sanding. Make sure that we get all the rust off. Engine bay, obviously usual places where your brake master cylinder and clutch master cylinder is, they leak. It showers the brake fluid, showers the paint. Where there's no paint, it rusts. It's a given, it happens. Fortunately on this one, all the rust there is superficial surface rust, but it is pitted rust. So we'll have to fix that up. Probably going to fix it up with a primer. I believe we'll get it all the pit marks out with the primer. So that shouldn't be an issue. After you've washed the engine bay, you need to let it dry for a little bit, and then once it's dried, you can take the very, very fine steel wool pot scours or whatever they call it. You get that extremely fine silver metal scrub. You can go over that by hand, clean it up, wash it again with soap water, or climb in with a wire wheel like we did here. Again, it's going to get washed again, but we'll do that right before we do paint so that we can eliminate the risk of that surface rust forming on it. So yeah, let's have a look at what we did there. You can see the cleanup process. Okay, so we've got paint strip all over the engine bay now. Apologies for not filming that process. This stuff is hectically dangerous. It's extremely strong paint stripper, and I do not want to split focus while working with this stuff. It is quite potent. So we'll give us a few minutes now to eat up on the car, and then we'll start cleaning up engine bay. Small little bump in that area. I did go off on a rant because of it a little bit earlier, but we've got a small little dent in that area. Fairly easy fix, not too bad an issue. Then around the other side, there is a bit of another camera. I won't really show it or pick it up, see if it will focus in that area. There's a little bit of a bump here that we'll need to sort out, as well in the middle of the rear apron in this area here. The more concerning part on the rear of the car is that little bit of rust over there. Well, a little bit. That's quite a long seam of rust. That repair will definitely be in next week's episode. This side of it is not too bad. I'm not too concerned about it. What I am concerned about is on this side, with it being such a long run. This is going to be a tricky one to not get it to warp. So in this case, I won't go into too much detail about it tonight. That's all for next week. But we've got a bit of damage over there. And then I hope the camera will pick it up. So let's get in here. Now we've got a bit of rust in that area over there. This one shouldn't be a big issue. It is right on a belt line, so that should be a fairly good fix. And then the same thing on this side, on the front wheel arch, we've got a bit of rust there that we'll need to fix up. But yeah, that's about the amount of damage that we've got. So next week, I promise, no more sanding and only body repairs on this specific project. Okay, so that's the end of the episode. I did miss out on showing you one other spot of rust. It's on the A-pillar behind the door. That's quite a nasty one, so there's going to be some major reconstruction work that has to go into that one. Okay, then in other news, probably Tuesday or Wednesday, we're going to go with our first Tech Talk informational episode. I have no idea what to call the episode. I still have to think about it, but basically the idea is every week we're going to do a technical talk around certain aspects of classic car maintenance or classic car ownership or modern technologies or modern ways of doing old things. So there will be an episode around 3D printing and classic cars. There will be an episode around brake modifications. There will be episodes around electric cooling fans, that type of stuff. So this week coming up, we're planning on doing a bit of a discussion around the old mechanical distributors and the various different types of conversions that you get. Just a heads up on that one, I am going to be pushing a South African made product that I absolutely love. All my cars have them fitted. I am a reseller for this line, for this company. The reason I'm a reseller and the reason why I use it is because I love the product. It's a brilliant product. It's a cheaper product than anything else on the market. It's very easy to fit and it works without having to modify the car. It's a standalone unit. If you want to go back to your car's original mechanical ignition system, you can do it very easily, very simply. I can't pronounce words too much. Simply. There's no having to take HAL sensors out and trigger wheels off of the distributor drive. Very simple. But I'm now going into next week's talk. So in any case, and then one last other thing. We are planning on or working with Pick n Pay Princess Crossing. For those that don't know, Princess Crossing is the retail shopping centre on Ontdekkers in the West Rand. It's basically it's about a K up from Westgate Shopping Centre. So Princess Crossing Pick n Pay is planning a car show on the 3rd of February. I'll be there. Unfortunately, Liam has other commitments that he has to go to, but I will be there. And I'm sure there will be quite a few members of the Triumph Club. I know that one of the other people involved in the organisation has got guys from, I think, the Renault Club, if I'm not mistaken, that's coming through. It is a classics only show, so it's not really, I'm trying to say this without being nasty, it's not a tuner show, it's not a rev show, it's not a spin show, it's nothing like, it's a classic car show. If you're interested, please contact me. I can give you more information on it and what to do. Keep an eye on our Facebook page. I will share information during the course of the week with regards to the show coming up. I know it's very short time, but there are going to be prizes, there are going to be stuff up for grabs. So yeah, just keep an eye on our Facebook page, and we'll share that information with you as it comes along. Well, that's it for me for this evening. Thanks for watching. If you don't mind, please hit the subscribe button, give us a like, and click the little notification bell as well. That will notify you when we upload episodes, which we try and do every Friday night, and going forward every Tuesday or Wednesday night. We'll see how the filming goes and all that type of thing. In any case, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, notification bell, and thank you for giving us the time to entertain you this evening, and hopefully you've learned or saw something that's going to make your life easier with your own cars. Until next week, thank you very much, and cheers.